Today's topic is about the dual nature of matter. Here, before going to learn about dual nature of matter, first we have to recall what was told by Max Planck in his quantum theory. In 1900, Max Planck he proposed quantum theory of light. According to the quantum theory of light, that light, otherwise radiation, they are traveling in the form of particle as well as like a wave. The behavior of light in the form of particle as well as like a wave was called as dual nature of light. The same idea, that one was extended to the matter also. So the dual nature of matter, that one was proposed by de Broglie in 1924. Here, the idea, that one was transformed to the matter also, clear, that one was having the idea, that idea is based on the nature symmetry. According to the nature symmetry, if the light behaves like a particle as well as like a wave, the matter also must behave like a particle as well as like a wave. So that idea, dual nature, wave particle duality, that one was extended to the matter also. So you should know what are matter. Are you clear? Matter is nothing but they should have mass and they should occupy some space, that is volume. Okay, so it's not like light. So they should have mass and they have to occupy some space like electron, proton and other subatomic particles like neutron. So when they are in free state, definitely clear, they have to behave like a wave as well as like a particle. That idea, matter wave idea, that one was proposed by de Broglie in 1924, and the wave associated with matter is called matter waves. Since the wave, matter waves was proposed by de Broglie, that name of the wave itself is called de Broglie waves. Okay, so as per de Broglie concept, matter also, that is electron, proton, neutron and other subatomic particle, they are also traveling in the form of particle as well as like a wave, as seen in the case of light. Okay. Now we are going to derive the expression for de Broglie wavelength of matter waves. Already I have explained about matter waves. Here, the origin that arises from the light. Therefore, first we have to start from the expression momentum of the photon. Momentum of the photon. Photon is nothing but light particle. The expression for the momentum of the photon was already derived in the previous topics. The formula is P is equal to h nu by c. P is equal to h nu by c. So this is the expression. Here c is nothing but speed of light. And we know the relationship between speed of light, frequency and wavelength. Are you clear? Here instead of c, we can write nu lambda. In the next step, we can write h nu divided by nu lambda can be written, and these two nu can be cancelled, and finally we will be getting h by lambda. So this is the momentum of the photon. Momentum of the photon. Now we are going to get the expression of wavelength in terms of momentum. Wavelength of light or wavelength of the photon in terms of momentum. Cross multiply this. Lambda is equal to h by p. So this is the expression for wavelength of the photon in terms of momentum. If you know the value of momentum of the photon, by knowing Planck's constant, we are able to calculate the wavelength of the photon. But here we are talking about matter waves. Are you clear? Now what we have to do? The momentum that should be represented by P is equal to m into v. Okay, speed of light alone must be mentioned by c, but matter wave means electron, proton, neutron, whenever they move in the space, is it clear? Their speed, it won't be equal to c, their speed must be taken as v. Therefore, here I am going to write the wavelength of the matter waves. So from the expression of wavelength of photon, we are going to write the expression for wavelength of matter waves. Wavelength of matter waves. Are you clear? So wherever C comes, there we have to substitute V. So straight away I will write lambda is equal to H by P is nothing but mV can be written. So this is the expression from which we are able to calculate the wavelength of the matter waves. And otherwise this lambda can also be called as de Broglie wavelength. De Broglie wavelength. By knowing the mass of the particle and speed of the particle, by knowing Planck's constant, we are able to calculate the wavelength of any particle like electron, proton and neutron. So this is the expression called, what is this? De Broglie wavelength of matter waves. Are you clear? Make a note. So here mass, velocity, Planck's constant. These three things must be known, only then we are able to calculate the wavelength of matter waves. Okay, very simple expression, may be asked in the 3 mark or in 2 mark.